Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Tuesday morning? Oh, excuse me, Tuesday afternoon. If you are tuning in to me for the first time, I am Concierge Joe, and I try to bring you the best news possible to give you all the information you want, the information that I get to Walt Disney World. I live in Attleboro, Massachusetts, so I still do have connections in Walt Disney World. So I do get information from there every day from my in my email box. Now, everybody says, "Well, if you don't live there, how do you know what's going on in the park?" Like I said, I have people that live and work in the park. So I get my information from them and I bring it to you. All right. Let me explain this to you in the way I did when I first started this channel. I've been a concierge for over 10 years from my North Miami Beach, Florida, at a hotel called the Hawaiian Isle. I also did some work at the Sun City Hotel and the Blue Seas Hotel. Anyways, so that's how I got all my hotel experience and concierge experience. So I'll tell you, it was the best experience in the world that I had when I lived in Florida. Now, here's the thing. I used to book tours to Disney World, Epcot Center, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Sea Escape when it was a nice cruise to the Bahamas. So I know my ins and outs of all the needs, the tours needs that you have. So let's get back to what I was talking about. All right, there is breaking news. The incredible Tomorrowland Expo opens today. Is open now at the Magic Kingdom. The Walt Disney World Resort has launched the incredible summer of 2018, and with guests being immersed in their favorite Disney film, entering the world of the beloved characters and experiencing the exciting and new attractions and entertainment. It looks like this summer will really be incredible at the Magic Kingdom. Favorite Disney Pixar superheroes have taken over Tomorrowland, celebrating all the things. The Incredibles Tomorrowland Expo runs through September 3rd. Catch it all while you're there. Some of the shows, some of the people down there have met the Incredibles themselves, the show's director, and then there was some super fans. Intermittently from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., you'll have the chance to meet some super fans. What would be an expo without some super fans who love the supers as much as they want to be like them? So we all know that you should be looking into that. Number 3, Jack Dapper Dash. Oh, Jack Diaper Dash. The Jack Diaper Dash occurs at 12 p.m. daily If you have a young one who is still crawling, register to participate in the baby's crawling race at the stage before starting at 10:30. Space is limited. We observe the dash is they have observed the dash and it's very cute. So I would, if you have a crawler, I would say, and you think you could, and you think you like to have a little fun with them, so they can enjoy the expo, be my guest. That would be a really good thing for you to get involved with. Um, Super Party Time. Super Party Time is a dance party that is at Rocket Tower Plaza stage, featuring the characters' variety acts and your other favorite tunes that run from 2 to 7 p.m. daily. Party with the Mr. Incredible, Elastic Girl, Frozen, and from the Dixie Pixar movie. The Incredibles, and an up-and-coming Incredible 2 for the first time ever. Guests will go see Edna Mode, the greatest superhero costume designer. All right, so there have been some specialty stuff on there. You can enjoy the food that they have and everything else. Now, if okay, I'm going to my next one, who can give me a lot of information also. All right. Now, here's some information for you on the summer stuff that's coming up this way. Why the summer is the best time to visit Walt Disney World. Now, I'm not a fan of going to Walt Disney World in the summertime because of the heat and humidity, and it can be crowded at times. So, here's my idea. If this is what you want, that's great. I hope you enjoy it. But if you want some information on best time to go, then you should try going in late January, February, and early March. Yes, there are some refurbishments going on, but it's not as crowded. I've had people say to me, well, we went during when they came down from England, I believe. They were there for to go to Disney, and I made their arrangements. I suggested that they don't go during the summertime, but because it can be humid and everything else. And they said, no, we can do this. All right. I let them go. I signed them up and I let them go. When they came back, they told me that, yeah, it was a little too hot and the people were very pushy. The other people that were uh, in the park got very, got a little pushy, but they got on the rides they wanted to. And I'll tell you, you have to be, if you go during the summer, I'd go during the week because uh, sometimes the parents can't get out of work. So best time to go is in during the week. Now, it says here that put them in the summer and it'll be a happy, they'll be a happy snowman, like tape type thing. Summer is by far a favorite time to visit Fort Walt Disney World. And yes, this isn't a popular opinion. Most people will tell you that you want to visit the surface of the sun just to visit Florida in July. But others think they are overlooking some of the best reasons to visit Walt Disney World during this time. How great is summer? Well, let's count the ways. Bees will buzz kids, blow dandelions fuzz, and doing what snow does in the summer. Okay, let's address this elephant, or in this case, a snowman, in the room. Summer at Walt Disney World is hot. Now that we have that out of the way, let's see why this isn't necessarily bad. June is the coolest of the summer months. The high is in 90 degrees and the low is 73 degrees. I beg to differ on that, on the lows, but let's just say I think it's going to be in the upper 70s. All right. Even though the day can be a little toasty, night is very comfortable and not too bad. Not too hot and not too cold. Now, the Goldilocks kind of evening, however, once you hit summer, your chance of rainfall rises about 40%. Well, and this is true. It can go up about 40% because of the summer and the average of 12 days in June. This is usually a negative thing. Think of it as Mother Nature saying, cooling the air down a little. Now, July is a little warmer, with the high around 92 and the low in around 75 or maybe 80 degrees. It feels a little warmer than 92 in the morning, and a good friend of humidity joins the summer vacation. Humidity is the worst, but your chance of rain rises slightly around 12 days average in July. August is usually sees a high around 91 and a low around 75. The rainfall is possible around 14 days on the average. Now, by now you're probably saying, so what's so great about the heat and rain? First, the weather is during the summer is the most predictable out of all the seasons. This makes packing easy. T-shirts, shorts, tank tops, flip-flops, and a nice pair of walking shoes. And I suggest you bring a pair of walking shoes. You also want to take a poncho in case it rains. And speaking of rain, let's say just passing, it's just a passing storm, but bring a poncho just in case. Now, let's say that you can't rain all day, but for some of the years of going during the summer, trust me, during the summer is not good. Most summer storms last a short amount of time. Chances are, if you visit during the summer, it's going to rain. But your entire vacation shouldn't be a washout. So make sure you bring yourself a poncho. Is summer the most crowded? Summer can get crowded. Yes, it can. School lets out. Walt Disney World will probably be crowded, but honestly, the crowds are manageable. June is the least crowded of the month, especially since many schools are closing at different times. Expect to see mostly light and moderate crowds until the last 3 or 4 days of June. Most of July, you'll see a heavy crowd, but it's still manageable. You can expect maybe a 30 to 60-minute wait for the ride. On the attractions like Seven Dwarf Mine Train, Avatar Flight of Passage, Test Track, and Peter Pan's Flight. July 4th isn't even insane during the day. Some people went last year and was pleasantly surprised at the lack of crowds for most of the day. Chances are about 2 hours before their amazing 4th of July fireworks. So, if you're going to be there, this is something really cool. Okay. But it says here, also says, how can I manage summer? Well, I've already mentioned summer is the most predictable in terms of what to pack for. First, you want to plan a midday break where you're staying at Walt Disney World property because really it's a really convenient. Try to arrive at the park at park opening or close to it. So try to get there before the park opens or a little bit close to it. It'd be a little better for you. Hang out until midday. This is when the heat really kicks in, and then you can return to the resort for a swim or a nap, and then head back to the park for the evening. And it's a little cooler. Trust me, it is cooler. So that's how you manage it during that part. Special summer events. There are always summer events going on. Um, let's see, the summer events. The first one is The Incredibles, or including Frozen One, are taking over Tomorrowland starting May 25th until September 3rd. Expect an array of characters, interaction, and the incredible fun. October will be hosting Guardians of the Galaxy themed concerts series from June 9th until August 19th. Jam out to Star Lord mixtapes in a live music concert. You can't. You have to see this. You have to see this. You'll love it. Starting May 25th. Starting May 25th. I got. All right. Well, I lost my space on where I was. So, all right. We're gonna have to go to. Here's my favorite thing to tell you about. What All right. I saw this and I said to myself, everybody should know about this. Feel like a VIP at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter or Riverside. Now, I'm giving you this information from my emails that I get. Cheers. Now, Port Orleans Riverside is a very, it's a moderate hotel and has some nice amenities. It'll make you feel like you have two Jiminy Crickets on your shoulder as you try to decide which hotel to book your trip for at Walt Disney World. I've run into that problem quite a few times when people ask me, hey, where should I stay? And I look at them and I go, how much do you want to spend? Anyways, some of them like to stay at the Polynesian. Some of them like to stay at All-Star Movies, All-Star Music. I suggest those, and when they say, I really don't want to stay in a value resort, then I go to the moderate resorts and I pick a more of a, how do I put it? More of a hotel where it's more quaint and more, and less stressful. Less stressful. That's what I'm looking for. Now, Um, you can have it's going to be like your own private oasis, so to speak. Uh, Port Orleans French Quarter is reminiscent of the years gone by in New Orleans, with wrought iron balconies, cobblestones, and gas lamps just around the river bend. So Port Orleans Riverside is off a peak into the Louisiana Bayou. From the plantation-style mansions to the, of the Magnolia Bends to the cottage, excuse me, to the cottage of alligator bayous, all in the beautiful, lush setting of Southern hospitality is alive and well at both resorts. Anyways, they also have carriage rides. Um, if you want to take a romantic carriage ride with your loved one, your wife, your girlfriend, your partner, then this is what I suggest you try. You stay there, you could do that. Now, there's a beautiful rose garden there. Disney Port Orleans French Quarter. Let you celebrate the Mardi Gras. You know what the Mardi Gras is like. Come on. Anyways, they'll make you feel really welcome in that area. You'll feel like royalty. Um, Port Orleans Riverside offers a chance to be a VIP in the royal guest rooms. So that that's that's what that one's about. Now, there's this. They make you feel like saying, "Yeah," or a variety of spice of life. Now, and there's many magical amenities, such as the lobby of Port Orleans Riverside is almost as elegant as the Disney's Grand Floridian. So right away, even though you're at a moderate resort, it feels like so much more. Disney Port Orleans buildings, rooms, and amenities make you feel like you are staying in a deluxe resort without the deluxe price. You have a full-service restaurant, food court, recreation, and several lounges to make it really feel like it's all inclusive. Port Orleans Riverside Table Service Restaurant, the Boat Right Dining Hall. You also can grab a quick serve meal at the Riverside Mill Food Court, which features a large water wheel just outside the window. Bar service can be found at the River Roost and the Muddy Rivers. At Port Orleans French Quarter, there's a table service restaurant, but you can grab breakfast or lunch or dinner at a quick serve location, Salaglola Floatworks and Food Factory. If you're looking for a table service, Boat Rights is a short walk away. Bar services in the French Quarter, including Scat Cats Club and Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. Both Port Orleans locations have typical amenities offered at the Walt Disney World resorts, including bus transportation and complimentary Wi-Fi, complimentary parking. So they have ATMs, they have a laundry, they have dry cleaning service, mail service, merchandise delivery, and pickup. The bonus at Port Orleans is available at available water taxi to Disney Springs. Dogs are now welcome at the Port Orleans Resort Riverside. This makes the resort even more magical for those who don't want to leave their best friends behind. The best moderate Disney Port Orleans resorts is perfect for the guest who wants to stay on a Disney property and still feel like they're away from the hustle and bustle. Riverside and French Quarter are two of the quietest resorts on the property. It's also great for those who don't want to stay at a value resort but don't want a deluxe price either. You have to spend a ton of money to feel like you're getting your money worth by staying at Disney Port Orleans. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I'm sorry. And let's face it, while many of us stay value most of the time, it feels good to splurge a little bit. Port Orleans, the magic of Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter allows you to feel like a VIP without ruining your souvenir spending budget. If you never stayed at a Port Orleans, at least consider it for the next trip. No matter which resort you end up booking, you'll have a magical time. You're going to Walt Disney World after all. Now, you can't say you're not going to have a good time at that resort. I won't even say that you're not going to have a good time. Now, if you're a first timer, why first timers should not consider a moderate resort? Well, because if you're a first timer, you're looking to save some money because you don't know if you're going to want to come back. If you do come back and you want to see what it's like for the first time at a value resort, and then you can upgrade as you go along, the years you go along. Now, let's see. That's 3 common sense tips for moderate resorts at Walt Disney World. Number 1, check the recreation calendar. When you think about entertainment at Walt Disney World, your mind goes right to the park. So not so much to the resort, but there are some really cool entertainment that goes on every day at the moderate resorts. All of the moderate resorts have activities that go on throughout the day. Most of them are centered around the pool. Activities include things like arts and crafts, trivia, pool games, hula hoops, contests, and a lot more. Every evening ends up with a campfire at a movie under the stars. Check out the daily entertainment calendar to see what's happening. Try the pools is number 2. The pools at the moderate resorts are pretty special, from dragons to pirates to Maya's ruins. The pools at the moderate resorts have character. Each resort has multiple pools, but there is one main theme pool, which is cool. At the Caribbean resort, it's the Spanish Fortress, where you can almost expect Captain Jack Sparrow to show up and cause some mischief. At the Coronado Springs Resort, you'll dig for treasure on Mena ruins, complete with Pyramid Temple. Head over to the Port Orleans Riverside in its old swimming hole, where at the French Quarter, a big dragon winds its way around the pool. All these pools feature water slides. In addition, the huge theme pool, there are small pools around there and even some quiet pools for the adults. Package deliveries. Now, here's the best thing about this. Hauling packages around the park all day and on your bus back to the hotel is in the evening can be kind of frustrating. It can even be a little dangerous if you leave something along the way. Also, almost all the gift shops offer resort hotel delivery and purchases. All you do is tell them what you want your package delivered to your hotel, and they'll set it up. The best part, it's free. It doesn't take up to 36 hours, so it does take take up to 36 hours, so don't do it on the last day. All you do is go to the hotel, gift shop, pick it up. It's so easy. All right. Now, if you have any other questions or comments, let me know. I'm here for you. This is one of the videos I'll be doing this week because I got had to work extra hours last week, so I didn't get a chance to do one. So just keep in mind that between now and the end of the week, I'll have another video out here for you. Until next time, guys, enjoy your trips. If you have any other questions, let me know. Until then, ciao for now.